G'day mate, Cobba here. Welcome back to the Wheel of FUT20, episode number 9 on our series, where we let the wheel determine our fate on the road from Division 10 to Division 1. Today we're going to get things kicked off. We're going to spin that wheel straight away. I've just added a couple of new sections to the wheel, Cobba's pick and marquee matchups. Hopefully we get one of those two so that we can really get the episode underway. And we do. We get Cobba's pick. So now I get to pick whatever I want to do in the episode today. So I'm going to have to put some thought and consideration into this and see what I can come up with. I had a comment yesterday asking from one of the subscribers to show how to do icon swaps in the fastest possible way. Now I have a little bit of a hack. It's not cheating, it's legal, but it's going to save you a bucket load of time on icon swaps. And so that we can get an icon into our team sooner rather than later. I'm going to show you guys how to knock over several icon swaps today with only needing to play for about 15 to 20 minutes of actual time. You might know of this already. What you need to do, it's the icon swaps single player objectives. You need to go and construct yourself an 11 player side from the Liga NOS where all of the players in your team are Brazilian. So Liga NOS is the Portuguese league. We already have Teles in the club. Don't fear, I am going to delete all of these players from my team except for Teles, who we pack pulled, because this series is, all about getting the players acquired through the wheel itself. But I've just gone and put these players in for the Cobba pick today. So that's an all 11 Brazilian side from the Portuguese league. It cost me 7k, which is all the money I had. You can see we've got some of our players, our star players from the series so far. And basically we're going to jump into a game of squad battles. You've got to play on legendary difficulty to do the Brazilian one. The Portuguese one's just world class. But here I'm going to really show you how to get into the hack. So you don't need to play the whole game. You don't need to play the whole game at all. And you can actually kind of jimmy this one up so that it becomes significantly easier for you. So every week in squad battles, there's more difficult teams and easier teams to play against. You can see this team here, 71 rated, 38 chemistry. You can even preview the squad, particularly when it shows like those harder players like Van Dijk and stuff, and sometimes he's not even at centre back, he's in goals. So you can see here, 53 rated, bronze goalkeeper. We can take these guys on in Legendary. So we're going to jump into a Legendary game, but we don't need to play the whole game either. There's a little bit of way of getting around this so that you don't actually have to play the whole game. So we're going to boot it up. Once you're in, pause it, get on some of your better players. I know from looking at the pre-game that at left back on the opposition team, they had a CDM playing left back with really low defensive awareness and really low aggression. That's super important. So I'm strengthening up the right-hand side of my park because I'm going to target that player and I'm going to be using that part of the field to do this mechanic. So we get into the game, we're going to put away a goal pretty simply. Against these bronze goalkeepers and bronze defenders, it's not too hard. Shoot near post, don't go back post. Things to note, it doesn't work if you're not inside the box. So you can see I've just done it there outside the box, it doesn't work. Once you've done it, don't press any buttons. I just press shield with Vardy and it breaks it. So do it in the corners of the box, don't press any buttons once you've done it. Stay away from defenders with really high aggression. So this player here was Phil Jones, his aggression's like around about 80-ish I think. And again, Jones again doing it, taking the ball off me. So you need to do it near the bronze defenders. Target those bronze defenders. This next clip highlights it perfectly. I'm in the box. I'm against a low-rated defender. I've done a fake shot and stop. So if you're on Xbox, hold in B to shoot and then flick towards a pass A. If you're on PlayStation, hold in O to shoot and then flick to the X to do the fake shot and stop. And then just don't touch anything. Leave it as it is. Ideally, you want to do this in the second half after you've scored one goal and then you just maintain your 1-0 lead. But right now, as it's done, I can now go about my business. If you're doing homeschooling or whatever, bang out your schoolwork. If you're working from home, you can go and do some emails or some housework or whatever you need to do. Watch some YouTube clips, go and subscribe to Cobba, hit the bell to get the notifications, all that kind of stuff. And then basically there's 6 games to play. So just get 6 1-0 performances, then you're gonna get some squad battle rewards on Monday as well. But just keep an eye on it because you can see after a while sometimes you do get tackled. I think they tried to patch this a little while back. It looked like it worked better in the past, but just keep an eye on it. Maybe stay close by to the console just in case. So I've thrown in some super sped up clips here just to prove that this really works. So you can see I'm in the 68th minute of the game and I'm in the same spot in the 90th. That's half the game, or a third of the game completely done by just doing that mechanic. And at that time I was just editing this video and doing the thumbnail and stuff like that. You're able to update the opponents as many times as you want. You don't just have to play the 9 that are available. So you can see down the bottom it says right trigger to update opponents, and then once you do that, you've got 9 times which you can change it. You can also preview all the squads and see who's in goals, who's at left back, who's at right back, how high their aggression is, how high the defensive stats are, and you can just keep confirming and upgrading. You have to play at least 1 game out of the set of 4 before it lets you upgrade. So you can, if you have one team that's really good, you can go into the game and then just forfeit the match if you want to. I know some people are really precious about their record and having a loss on their record. There's proof that this particular squad, it gave me 1 in progress towards Liga NOS and 1 in progress towards the Brazilian team. So that is that done, lads. It didn't take me long. I ended up actively playing in game for about 35 to 40 minutes altogether. So about as much as what it would take to usually play 2 games. Of course, I did 6. I actually played 7. One of the games I went behind early against a team that had no bronze players in it, so I just quit the game and went and got a new one. I couldn't be bothered hanging around for that. So in go the cards into the team. We also managed to, just by playing those games, actually complete bronze week 5 and week 6 to get the XP. So hopefully that doesn't, affect the series too much. By getting a little bit of extra XP and season progress. I think we actually managed to unlock Prime Del Piero along the course, and maybe a pack as well. So we'll boot these ones up now, and I will open the pack straight away. As we open the pack, of course, I've gone ahead and sold on every single player that I purchased for that challenge, just to make sure the club continues to have its real wheel-driven feel. And I've even gone and sold the manager as well. We pick up our second Spurs player in a row from the pack here in Eric Dyer. Don't think he's going to make it into our side. A little bit too slow, and our Premier League team's pretty much set in stone. I think we've only need 1 more win to go with the EPL side, and then we're on to do the icon swaps from a different league. And we might even be pretty close as well to actually having the wins needed with just first owner only players for icon swaps. So in just a short matter of time, 2 more wins with the Premier League, and I think 1 more win with first owner only players, which we currently have a complete squad of first owner only players, and we are going to have ourselves 4 icon swap tokens, and on our way to picking up potentially Litmanen immediately. Or if we want to strengthen the defense, we might want to look at someone like Puyol. Litmanen being only 6, a Gattuso or a Laudrup, who I reviewed and really enjoyed, or Puyol, or we could even dabble with the pack and see if we get someone big time. But we're getting closer and closer. We could have our icon very, very, very soon. Cobs and Cobbettes, that's going to do it for today. That's all the content I've got for you. If you want to support me on my way to 1,000 subscribers and actually getting partnered up with YouTube, then please hit that subscribe button. Feel free to catch up on any of the old episodes. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.